Joseph comes next in our story. He is engaged to Mary and has just found out that she is having a baby that is not his. And there's a chorus for this scene as well. And once again, we'd like you to join in. So here are your actions. Joseph, don't worry. Joseph, don't weep. Lay down your head and go back to sleep. Mary's been faithful, her love's strong and deep, and her baby is God's own son. I'll do that one more time. Joseph, don't worry. Joseph, don't weep. Lay down your head and go back to sleep. Mary's being faithful, her love strong and deep, and her baby is God's own son. So if you're acting it out at home as well, you're going to need your Joseph and an angel Gabriel. All night, Joseph tossed. All night, Joseph turned. He just couldn't sleep. He'd only just learned that Mary was pregnant. What's more, she'd confirmed that the baby she bore was not his. Joseph, don't worry. Joseph, don't weep. Lay down your head and go back to sleep. Mary's being faithful, her love strong and deep, and her baby is God's own son. She told him this tale, an angelic visit, a son to be born by God's Holy Spirit. The more she went on, the less he believed it. He wanted to break their engagement. But just as sleep came, that angel appeared.
Don't worry,
He said.
There's nothing to fear. I know that you're troubled, so you need to hear that Mary is telling the truth. The baby she bears is God's holy son. Call his name Jesus, for he is the one God promised to send to save everyone. Emmanuel, God is with us. He's the answer to all that the prophets have said. So keep your engagement, be glad, and be wed.
And when Joseph woke up, that's just what he did. He took Mary to be his wife. Joseph, don't worry. Joseph, don't weep. Lay down your head and go back to sleep. Mary's being faithful, her love strong and deep, and her baby is God's own son.
Lord, help us to be like Joseph, a man both kind and just. Help us listen when you speak and teach us how to trust.
Then Mary and Joseph, her husband, went down to be counted by Caesar in Bethlehem town. There were no empty rooms for the couple to stay, so they stopped in a place where the animals lay. And there in the hay she gave birth to God's son and cuddled and cradled her small special one. And we're going to have a song now, so why don't you use that time to create your very own stable?